Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family. I'm getting ready to start my dinner. We're having pork chops and rice and green beans. Now I've got some oil and a little butter in my skillet here, and I'm going to put some diced up onion. I went ahead and diced it up, and we're going to get that cooked a little bit. I have a bowl that I went ahead and pre-cooked my rice, and I have 3 cups of cooked rice in this bowl. So when we get these onions cooked, we're going to put it over in here as well. So while those are sauteing, oh, it smells so good. I've got that butter and oil mixed together, and ooh, the onion, oh, it smells so good. I have got a can of green chilies. I am going to, I told y'all before, I washed the lids, tops of my cans, and I've already done that. They've been sitting around in the store. They sit around at home. So my pantry, so to speak, is in my garage. So I have shelves out there where I keep my extra stuff. So I'm going to put this 1 can, this is a 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. They're mild. You can use hot if that's what you want. And I'm going to stir those in there together. And I think I'm going to add, let's see what we have here. I'm going to add some parsley. We're kind of winging this, guys. That's about a teaspoon of parsley flakes. I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder. Now, it has a different taste, flavor than the onions. So I'm going to add, that's about half a teaspoon. And I'm going to do the same with the garlic powder, about a half a teaspoon. Just going to give it some extra flavor. So why not dress it up, okay? How about a pinch of red pepper, cayenne, whichever you have. Not much. I don't do heat very well, so I go very, very light on there, but you can put as much as you want. Okay, so let's stir that together. This is looking so good. Can you see in that bowl? Look at there. And I haven't added the onions in there yet. So I'm not going to overcook. Whoa. I'm not going to overcook these. I still want a little crunch to them. I just wanted them sauteed enough to start getting a tiny bit tender. So, and you can tell the difference in what they look like already. You get it, that oil and that butter starts to brown in a little bit. Oh my goodness. Now, I've got a small casserole dish here. I've used this before, guys, and I've told you I didn't know what. It's 1.8 liters. We'll have to look it up and see what that equals as far as maybe quarts. So let's take these onions up. So I'm just going to drain them with my slotted spoon. Put them over directly into the rice. And we'll stir those in. Now, I have a can of cream of celery soup. Y'all have seen me in an earlier video. I told you how I made cream of chicken soup, homemade. You can do the same thing with cream of celery. But I chose to just grab what I had. And I had this. So I'm going to put 1 can of this cream of celery soup. I'm not diluting it. We're just going to stir it up. Mix it real good. I saw somebody not long ago make a similar dish, and they used a different kind of soup. You can use whatever you want. If you only have cream of chicken, use cream of chicken. cream of onion. I bet that would be good. I think there's a new one out with bacon, but whatever kind of soup you want. Now, I am going to put this rice in this casserole dish. And we're going to spread it out into a single layer. We're going to set this aside for now. Okay, so in this oil, I'm going to add just a tiny bit more oil to this pan. And while it comes back up to temperature, you know, if your oil gets too hot, add just a little bit more and it'll cool it down. So let's set that up there. And I have some pork chops. I've got 3 pork chops. That's all we need. And I salt and peppered them. Not a lot of salt because I used this buttery poultry blend. It's good for chicken, pork, turkey, fish. It is delicious. I get it at Sam's and it's the Kinder's brand. But I also put salt, pepper, and some of that in my flour. So just look at that pork chop. Isn't that beautiful? Lightly flour it. Put it down in that pan. Oh, and it's hot already. I washed these earlier and had them out on my sheet pan here. Okay, we're just going to brown them. We're not going for a completely done pork chop because we're going to put this in the oven. Yes, let's get you down in there. Okay, so let me move this and y'all give me just a second and let me rinse my hands in a minute. And I am going to get this browned. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lay them on top of this rice as they get browned. So I'm going to cook these until they're good and browned, and I'm going to come back and show you what I've done before I put them in the oven, okay? Y'all come back with me. All right, my pork chops are finishing browning. I'm about to take them up, but I wanted to show you this beautiful, beautiful heirloom tomato that I cut up. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? I absolutely adore it. Now, I'm about to take the pork chops up, but what I didn't tell you is I put on my green beans to cook. And I had a can of green beans, and I drained them. You don't have to drain them. Sometimes I don't. Put them in my saucepan, and I put some butter in it. I had a big tall can, so I put half a stick of butter and a little bit of salt, and I've got them cooking. So I'll cook them all the way down to where there's hardly any liquid in them. So here's what we're going to do. I've got these browned. Now I'm going to take them up and show you what I'm going to do. I am going to take them and I am just going to lay them right here on top of this rice. And then we're going to put it in the oven. I've got my oven preheated to 375. Don't forget these goodies that are down in there. Those will cook into that rice and be so delicious. I love the crispies in the bottom of the pan when you fry chicken or pork chops. So just don't leave them out. All right, now see what I've done? See how I layered them there? Now again, if you have a larger family, it's just the 2 of us I'm cooking for right now. But if you have a larger family and you need more pork chops, by all means, this recipe can be doubled, tripled, quadrupled, whatever you need. So I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to bake it probably, I don't know, I'm going to check it after about 20 minutes or so, but I think it's probably going to go closer to 30, 35 minutes. So I'm going to get this in and I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you when we pull this all together for our meal. Stay with me. I just got dinner out of the oven. Are you hungry?
Yes.
We got pork chops and rice, green beans, tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers out of our garden.
Banana peppers.
Yes.
What kind of tomatoes are they?
Those are Cherokee purples.
Cherokee purple.
Yes. So, I'm going to give you one of these beautiful pork chops and some of this rice. Now, this rice, I put cream of celery soup. It has some mild green chilies in it and onion
Sounds good.
and a few seasonings.
I'll butter us some bread while you're doing that.
Do that, and I'll give you some of this beautiful tomato. Is that not a gorgeous plate? Fit for my king.
Thank you.
There you go. And I'm going to make my plate.
You want me to make it?
No.
Oh.
And we are going to try this together. This, I know is going to be good. He's been out working. It's been a warm day, not as hot as it's been being, thankfully. So he should be ready to eat. Now, I'm going to get me tomato, cucumber. He doesn't eat many cucumbers. And some of this pepper.
There you go.
Looky there. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, let's try this and see what we think about it. What are you going for first?
I guess pork chop since it's already on my fork.
I'm going to try the rice.
Are you?
And it ended up, I baked it like 30 minutes. I thought between 20 and 35, and mine took 30.
The rice.
The whole dish
The whole
together.
dish.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That's great. Tasty.
That is delicious. Now, I pre-cooked the rice and I browned the pork chops and I finished it all off in the oven. And that's what took about 30 minutes. Is that pork chop good?
It is. It's tender.
It's still tender and it is still moist.
It's got a good flavor to it.
It's just
Can't pick out what it is.
salt, pepper, and you remember the, I'll show you the buttery flavored seasoning we get at Sam's.
The Kinders or Kinders?
Kinder's.
Kinders rub.
And I use that on it.
It's good.
It does have a good flavor. What do you think about that tomato?
First time I ever had that type. It's juicy.
Delicious, isn't it? That was one of our first tomatoes that we've picked. And we're so happy. Let's try these green beans. Because you can't get any simpler than that if you don't have fruit. I'm ready to go sit down and eat.
Rice is very good.
It is, isn't it?
I've eaten rice with butter and sugar on it pretty much all my life, but this is good.
And gravy. But this is a little different.
Very good.
All right. I've got his approval. So hope I have yours. Thanks for joining us today. And I hope you like these recipes and we'll give them a try. And if you do, let us know what you think about it. We certainly appreciate each and every one of you. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell so you'll know when we post our next video. You ready to go eat? All right. We'll see you soon.